What is up, everybody? All right, safety first. All right, what's up, everybody? Great to have you back for another video. Got something I want to share with you. As usual, something encouraging, something challenging for all of us. My pastor had shared this, and shout out to Pastor Matt Keller, founding and lead pastor of Next Level Church. He had shared something that got me thinking a little bit, and so I want to just kind of share with you guys. Have you ever, I'm sure when you were a kid especially, like mom or dad would say, hey, be careful, or watch out, or look out type of thing. And I'm sure you've heard that, and I'm sure even, maybe when you were a teenager, your mom and dad probably did that, especially like if it was raining outside, like it was raining over here a little bit earlier. And if it's raining outside, they're like, okay, well, be careful, watch out, look out for other people, or the roads are slippery, or whatever it might be. But we've heard that before, look out, be careful. Or we've told other people that before, even as adults, hey, be careful, be careful of that, or watch out for that. And also, I was also thinking about how, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, or if your parents have ever said this when you were kids, or even as teenagers, or maybe even as adults, but where they would say, watch yourself. I remember being a kid and my mom saying, watch yourself. And when she said that, she meant it in like, you better watch yourself, or you're going to get yourself in trouble. Watch yourself, or you're not going to like the result. Watch yourself, or you're going to get a spanking, or something along those. You're going to be disciplined, or something along those times. Watch yourself. And that, especially that statement kind of got me thinking, because a guy by the name of Paul in the Bible, he writes this letter to a young guy by the name of Timothy. And he tells Timothy, hey, Timothy, watch yourself. Or he says, watch your life, watch out for your life, look out for your life, or watch yourself, Timothy. So he tells Timothy, watch yourself. And again, it got me thinking, because I wonder how many of us are actually watching ourselves, like actually watching our lives. Like I think about, like if we're watching a football game, or if we're watching a basketball game, or we're watching our favorite TV show, we're just, we're just binge watching our favorite TV show, whatever it might be. And we don't want anybody to interrupt us. We don't want to talk at that time. We don't want, we don't want any interruptions whatsoever. We don't want any questions. We want to watch the football game, or we want to watch the basketball game, or we want to watch our favorite show at that time. And when we're watching, like we're captivated by that show, we're captivated by that game. I mean, we're watching intently, we're listening intently. And so take that and apply that to your life. Are we watching our lives with that same intensity with which we watch our favorite TV show, or we watch a movie, or we're watching the game? Are we watching our lives with that same intensity? Because I think that is something that is absolutely important, and something for us to think about, and something for us to actually do. It's amazing how we'll look out for other people's lives, or we'll tell other people, hey, be careful, hey, don't get in that kind of a relationship, or don't spend your money that way, or don't do that, or don't live that way. Like we'll look out for other people, or we'll tell, in a sense, other people how to live their lives, but then we're not really watching our own lives. We're not really watching out for our own lives. So Paul tells Timothy, much like our parents told us when we were kids, teenagers, and maybe even as adults, Paul says, watch yourself. Watch what you're thinking about. Watch what you're doing. Watch how you're living. Watch what you're saying. He says, watch yourself, because it has the potential of either benefiting your life or messing up your life. It has the potential of benefiting your life or robbing from your life. Like, we know there are things in this life that are just, they're the top ones. Like, oh, you know what, I'm going to stay away from that stuff. But then, we may just allow other things just to happen in our lives, or just to take place, or we may just do certain things without even thinking about the repercussions, without even thinking about the consequences, without even thinking about how those things might affect us in the long run. See, usually, there are some of those things that we think of that are the top ones that we're just like, oh yeah, you know what, I don't want to do that because I know that's gonna hurt me immediately, or I'm gonna die immediately, that's gonna kill me immediately. But then there are those things out in our world, those things in this life that they don't kill you immediately, do they? They don't destroy your life immediately, do they? They don't, they don't steal from you immediately, do they? They don't. Like, they don't mess up your life immediately, do they? But what they do is, over time, they're killing you little by little. They're killing me little by little. They're a little piece of destruction is happening in our life. It's taking shape. It's taking form. And so again, like, we think of the top ones, but what if we watched our lives a little more closely? Maybe there are some things that we're doing right now, that we're saying right now, that we're thinking right now, that is potentially down the road gonna mess up our life. Maybe if we'll watch ourselves, we won't choose that relationship. We won't spend our money that way. We won't live that way. Maybe if we watched ourselves a little more closely, we would save ourselves from some of the dangers ahead, or some of the things that could potentially harm us or hurt us ahead. Maybe we could avoid that just by simply doing what Paul says, and again, what our parents probably said again when we were kids. If we would just look out, watch yourself, be careful. Think about it. Think about what you're doing, because again, there are foolish choices we can make in this life, but then there are also wise choices, and the wise choices are always going to benefit us. And that's what I always love about Jesus. Jesus is always looking out for us and always desiring to help us make the wise choice for our lives, because he wants us to live. Jesus wants us to live. God wants us to live, and he wants us to live the very best life on this earth. And so when he gives us instruction in his word, it's there to make us wise, so that we can make wise choices, so that we could live the full extent of our life that he has for us. Because Paul writes this to Timothy. He says, watch your life, or watch yourself. But then he also says, and this is 1 Timothy 4:16, I believe it is, but he says, watch yourself and continue living right, because he says, then you will save yourself, and you will even save those around you. See, because we could shorten our life, but we could also save our life, or live the full extent that God desires for us, just by simply making wise choices, or by simply watching ourselves. And so there again, just want to encourage you with those words. I want to challenge us with those words. So I hope that does. Have an awesome week. Have a blessed week. And I'll see you guys next time.